Hi guys, it's Holly. Welcome back to my channel, Smile by Holly. Thanks for joining me today. So today we're just going to make a really simple little post-it note holder. And I thought, what a darling little gift, you know, if you're trying to make little treats for maybe your kids' school class or to hand out at trick-or-treating or, you know, even for a fun Halloween party. Let me just open this up. Isn't that just a cute little notepad holder? And this is made out of chipboard, so it is sturdy. Now, these little post-it notes that I'm using, I think they're 3 by 5. Yeah, they're 3 by 5. So it's a little bit bigger than just a regular post-it note, but I think that's a fun size. Now, I got these lined post-it notes at the Dollar Tree. And so just remember, when you're making this, the measurements that I've used for this are for a 3 by 5 little post-it note. Isn't that just so fun? So let's just jump right in and I'll show you how we make these. So for your outside, your base, you will want a piece that is 8 by 6.5. Okay, this is going to be for just our little cover. For the inside piece, you will want a piece that is 5 3/4 by 4.5, and this will just cover the inside when we get our album made. Okay. Now you will want to use some chipboard. I'm actually using poster board that I got from the Dollar Tree. So chipboard, poster board, something that's just will give your book, you know, that hard base. Okay, and I have found that the poster board works fine. It's not as thick as chipboard, so if you wanted to make it even a little bit more sturdy, that would be fine. But I have found that just for these simple, really easy sticky notebooks, this has been just fine. So what we're going to do is you need 2 pieces of either chipboard or poster board, and these measure 5 1/8 by 3, and you'll need 2 of them. And then for your spine, you'll need a little piece that is 5 1/8 by 1/2 inch. Okay, so let's bring in our outer base. And I think I'll have that for the outside. So I'm just using wet glue today. You could use tape adhesive if you'd like. But let me just show you how fast these come together. You know, if you did these assembly style and had everything just all ready, you could really put these together pretty quick. So I'm just kind of, it might have been, let me just kind of eyeball it and center these on just to make sure I get it. I might move that over a little bit. It's probably good to put it on before you start gluing, but that should be good. Okay, I'm just leaving enough right here that I'll be able to fold it over. And let's see if that's gonna, yeah, that's gonna be just fine. Okay, now I'm trying to make sure that I line this up straight. You know, with these simple ones, it's not like some of the more complex mini albums that I make, so I'm not quite as concerned about having it be, you know, exact. I'm just showing you how kind of simple it is to put something like this together. Now, I put my spine down with just a little teeny tiny space in between. That's going to help it so that our paper can fold. Does that make sense? I'm trying to think. That's probably a 1/16 of an inch, or it's the width of your poster board. You could go that way and kind of like measure it like that. So what's going on in your day? What's up? Are you crafting today? If you're crafting, it's a good day. Okay, so I have about a 1/16 of an inch right there, and then a little bit over here on the side that I'll be able to fold over. So that's what our base looks like. Just want to make sure it's down really good. And now we're going to miter our corners. And by mitering, I'm just going to take kind of like a little triangle chunk off there. Now you don't want to go all the way to the tip, or your tip will show in your album. So just kind of go up to the tip and then cut out. So up to the tip and then cut out. Does that make sense? I hope it does. If you've made mini albums before. So I go in towards that point and then cut out. Now what we're going to do is, I call it training your paper. What helps though is take your bone folder and just kind of run it along the edge here and run it between those two pieces. This will help it so when we fold the paper, it just folds a little bit easier. Just give that a good crease. Okay, now what I like to do is just kind of do this. Just kind of start to fold my paper. You don't, if your paper's too thick, your paper's going to crack, and that's something that you don't want. So probably like a good medium weight cardstock is good for this. Okay, so now I'm actually going to go through and crease this. So it's going to be this paper that sets down over the top and makes for the album a little bit more complete. So I am going to open it up, add a lot of glue. Now this is something where you'll want to just kind of take your time because you don't want to get bubbles in your paper. So when you're doing this part and then you're setting this part down, you want to just kind of do slow and work out the air bubbles. As I'm pulling this, as I'm putting this down, I'm kind of pulling the paper towards me, kind of pulling it towards me, just to make it kind of a nice and tight fold. A little bit more glue there. Okay, fold that down. I don't know if you can see, but look how nice those corners are right there. By mitering that, it just makes for a good kind of clean finish, if you will. And our last one, we'll kind of pull that over. Okay, so we've got that down. I'm going to go through and score on those lines. Kind of reinforce that and then fold it here. So fold and fold. And there is the base of our book. Oh my goodness, that's adorable paper. This is Doodlebug paper that I'm using. I'm trying to use up my stash. I've been using this particular paper for quite a few Halloween projects. My goal this year is to use my stuff. So if you see a couple of projects and it all has similar paper, I'm using it, which is good for me because I tend to want to save my paper because I love it. But for me to use it is a good thing. Okay, now this is just going to go right down on top. Now when I did my original measurements, I had them wrong. But the measurements I told you, which is 5 3/4 by 4 1/2, will fit down on here perfectly. You can see that I have not cut mine long enough, but that was before I had given you the measurements. So if you do what I had said and just cut this 5 3/4 by 4 1/2, yours will come out to the edge. However, I am not worried at all because when I put my paper down, you are not going to see that. So I'm not worried, but just to make it more complete, follow my measurements. Don't do what I did here. You know, sometimes when I'm figuring out projects and figuring out measurements, I don't always get it right the first time. But the measurement I did tell you is correct. So, okay, now this is where you want to make sure that you do get all the bubbles out. Once again, mine isn't quite long enough, but it's going to be just fine. You know, with crafting, it's all about making it work. And I'll bet you $1,000,000 nobody will ever know that that part's not covered. Okay, I'm just going to push out those bubbles. You know, if you have a brayer, it's good to roll the air out on this. But I think with this being so small, I think we're going to be fine. Yeah, we're just going to be totally fine. Now, what I'm going to do is bring in my pad, once again, a 3x5 pad, and I'm just going to hot glue that down. Look how cute. Oh, my stinking cute. Okay, bring in my hot glue. Now, one thing I have found is by adding some chipboard to the back of this, actually holds it a little bit better. Just for the sake of this quick video, I'm just gluing it down. But that's a thought, to add a piece of sturdy chipboard on the back of your little Post-it note. Anyway, okay, pushing that down with the hot glue. Yeah, now look how cute. And oh, I just think that is so fun. What a darling little gift. I'm just going to bring a simple tag in. A tag with a bow. Go figure. Go figure. So cute. So there are our 3 cute little notebooks. And I just love it with it being, you know, a hardcover with those cute 3x5 Post-it notes in there. So anyway, I hope that I've given you a fun idea if you're looking for, you know, maybe a simple craft to do. Now, you could make these for any flavor. You could make these for Christmas, for birthdays, for a shower favor. So just keep that in mind. It just doesn't need to be Halloween, but I think this is so cute. I think this would be so cute to give to my little granddaughter's preschool. Anyway, I hope you're having a fun crafty day. I hope you're having super fun making Halloween crafts. But thank you for watching. And, you know, if you like the video, give me a big thumbs up. I would also love to have you subscribe to my channel. So until the next video, I'll see you guys later. Bye, everybody.